Hello and welcome to the incredibly influential, highly successful podcast. My name is Callum, incredibly influential.
My name is Danny. Highly successful.
Today is Thursday, just now, uh, August 7th, 2025. Uh, did we record the last one in August?
Yeah,
Okay. I was gonna say welcome to August, but yeah,
it is August.
it's been August. It's August time. Um, uh, Fantastic Four. We finally watched the right movie. I
Oh wait,
watched it a while ago.
I watched Happy Gilmore too. Is that not what we were doing?
Kill yourself.
Don't you just
Kill
hate when that
yourself.
happens?
I
God,
hate when you don't kill yourself. Does that count?
I
is that
love
what we're
how they
talking about?
got Bad Bunny. That was pretty cool. Don't
I
you love that
loved when you
part?
killed yourself.
Don't you just like that part? Whenever they had Bad Bunny, and you were like,
I
"Wow, they
loved when
bad."
you died in
They
real life.
they Happy Gilmore 2 all over the place. That was exciting.
All right, so I'm not going to let you stare us away. We finally watched Fantastic Four. Finally. Am I right? Finally.
I'm so excited for Fantastic Five.
Well, isn't Doctor Doom gonna steal the fifth member?
Who's Doctor Doom?
Um, he's a doctor who specializes in Doom, I believe.
The
Actually,
only
that joke
doctor
doesn't really make sense because, like, that would mean that a prostate doctor would be named Doctor Prostate, and
The
that's not
only
correct.
doctor that I know is Dr. Reed Richards. That's the only doctor that I'm familiar with.
See, that is interesting. That is interesting, and I've seen other people cover this, and I feel like that should be our first point. What do Johnny and Susan do? What do they do?
I had a similar question. My question was, uh, so they're all like astronauts, that went on this mission, right? And I'm assuming that Reed Richards is like the one that organized it. And did he
Yeah,
just choose like all the people that he wanted to go? Because I don't know like
pretty
what their
much, yeah.
qualifications are. Because it already seems weird. He's like, oh yeah, it's like my wife and my best friend and then her brother.
Yeah, pretty much. Um
And in my mind, I'm like, oh, they're all like scientists or they're all like,
they have
high.
some skill that works together.
Yeah, right.
Ben's the pilot.
Ben's the pilot,
Um and
and Reed Richards is like the scientist, right? Then
mhm.
and then Susan's the wife,
Yeah,
and
Susan's
Johnny's
the
the
wife.
brother-in-law.
That's about like that's as much as like Susan gets, right? Like, yeah, I get that she's good at fucking politics and stuff, but
Well,
I thought
see,
she was good at
like,
that. I thought they found out that she was good at that after.
well,
I
see,
thought
in
that
the
they found
other
that out.
version, I thought that the Human Torch, Johnny, was the pilot because I feel like that makes more sense for like his powers. You know what I mean?
Makes more sense for his powers, makes more sense for his character, and like the Thing being an engineer, that kind of makes sense. Like, I
Yeah.
see him as a pilot, right? And I see him as like an astronaut. But like, what if it's split, right? Sue and Reed are physicists, and Johnny and Ben are astronauts. Johnny is all about the piloting and all that. Ben is all about the like he's like an engineer, so like he doesn't normally like fly it, but like he's like the co-pilot, right? Like he sits in the co-pilot seat. But they had Sue in the co-pilot seat. Reed just fucking around. Johnny on the fucking laser guns, which is like that's all well and good, but I don't think there were laser guns on the original fucking rocket that they were on. So it's like I don't know what happened there. This doesn't quite make sense. Let me look it up
Well,
what it is in the comics.
well, that's the thing. The Fantastic Four is a story that I know vaguely,
Hmm.
and for them to open up the story, being like, "We all know the story of what happened," it's like I kind of know the story, but like I would still like a tiny bit more context, you
I
know.
yeah, honestly.
But
So
that might be on me. I don't know.
so in the original story, um in the original story in what is that 19 uh what is that 1960. Oh, it's not saying. 1960. Come on. 61. 1961. He is 16. He is 16 years old when he goes on that fucking thing. When he goes on that trip, right?
Yeah.
Also, apparently there's another Human Torch that was in the 30s and the 40s. It's just fucking weird. Shit's fucking weird, dude. But what does he do? What does he do?
I f-
Why was he 16?
I think that in at least in this version of the story, my belief is that Reed Richards just wanted to bring it along, his gang. He was like, you know what, I'm a scientist, and I want to bring my friends along, and that's what I believe. Obviously Ben is the pilot, so he's like, okay, best friend Ben, the pilot, and then he was like, that's my wife and her brother. Let's just bring them along.
Yeah. So, all right. So, I'm on the Marvel wiki now.
Oh, this is good. This goes deep.
Occupation: adventurer,
Nice.
firefighter, chief
Uh,
financial officer for Fantastic Four Inc., former actor, mechanic, race car driver, circus performer, musician, ruler of the negative zone. Other than mechanic, I can't see that fucking like helping at all. I can't.
well, race car driver is one of those things where it's like it's similar to a pilot, whereas like he's in charge of an automobile, but it's not the right type of automobile. Is the problem?
It's not an automobile at all. It's a fucking spaceship.
Yeah, that is the issue, isn't it? Hmm. You know, it beats me. It really does. I feel like this is one of those things where we have to like kind of like suspend our belief a little bit.
Yeah. So in the comics, in Fantastic Four volume 7 number 12 in 2023, we finally figured out what Susan Storm's college degree is in. Um and she has a doctorate in archaeology. And it's like, why? Why would you go? Why? That's like taking me up to space on a fucking space mission, right? Because I'm going for a doctorate in psychology. Like that doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm a fucking psychologist. Unless you're expecting to meet motherfucking aliens, unless you know you're gonna meet aliens, you wouldn't bring an archaeologist. Also, in the Fantastic Four Volume 7 uh 12, they do reference Indiana Jones. And also they show the dinosaur Fantastic Four, which includes such characters as Dinosaur Human Torch, Dinosaur Thing, Dinosaur Mr. Fantastic, and Dinosaur Invisible Woman.
It is interesting. You know what I'm curious
She's
about,
a
right?
Triceratops, in case you wanted to know.
I
Susan
know that
Storm's
there's
a
like a whole bunch of
Triceratops.
like there's a whole bunch of like different universes within like the Marvel universe comics, right?
Reed Richards is a
Um,
T Rex. But he can like stretch out his little baby arms.
that's good to know. It's good to know. But like, so there's a whole bunch of universes in the like in the Marvel comics, right?
Dinosaur Thing is one of those dinosaurs that has like the hard head, but like his whole body is also rocks. So that's pretty cool.
So like a Triceratops is
No,
that?
no, no, the one with like the hard head with like the
Oh, like the
yeah,
big giant like bulbous head kind of thing.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I yeah. So
And Johnny Storm is a raptor. How a
in
raptor and a triceratops are a brother and sister, I will never know. Maybe it's like an adoption thing, like in the 2015 one.
like I guess my question about the universe thing is that like uh I think it's at universe 828, right?
I think it's 838, but I don't want
Some
to split hairs on it. Yeah,
Yeah,
something
so
like that.
828. And I know it works different in the films than in the comics, but in the comics I find it so hard to believe that so many of these characters would be like in the same universe and they would not be important enough for like whatever world event is happening. It makes sense for like Spider-Man because Spider-Man's like small town crime, right? But like a lot of these films are like, oh yeah, we're beating like the boss of the universe, or something like that.
Uh huh.
Yet a lot of characters just don't show up in those films,
Um.
and it's a bit strange.
Yeah.
Eh,
Also, I can confirm. I can confirm on it is, yes, on Earth 828, and it takes place in 1964, which is 3 years after 1961, which is when they had their first like origin comic book. Is when their first comic book came out. So their origin story is 1961. So 3 years after, or I guess it's the fourth anniversary after.
It does make sense, like kind of looking at like the setting of like
Mhm.
the news and like a little bit of like just like the people walking around and stuff like that. I could see it, being like around that time. It feels a lot more old timey than a lot of Marvel movies that have come out, right?
Yes.
And I guess that makes sense why now. Uh, so talking about the movie, you know how in Thunderbolts there was like that time skip, right? And then there was also a time skip in this movie at the very towards the end, right?
Yes, there was a little bit. When was
Um,
the time skip in Thunderbolts again?
it was in the end credits.
Oh yeah, like they show some of that. Yeah, I mean, there's kind of an off-screen time skip in a lot of these Marvel movies, which I kind of don't like.
Well,
Um,
like if it's like a couple weeks or if it's a couple months, like I can kind of like understand like because that's how long these movies take to come out, right? So I'm like, okay, like we can like kind of pretend, right?
yeah, but
Uh,
like they
but for
cut
a
out
couple
so much shit.
years is a bit much, right? Uh, they
Like
do.
remember in between the two Doctor Strange movies, like they've cut out all of Mordo's shit. Right? Like Doctor Strange knows Mordo's evil and he's like, "Yeah, I've kicked your ass a bunch of times on my world." Right? And it's like, man, I wanted to see that. Stop cutting out this shit, man. I want to see the cool shit. Come on.
I I'm still really interested in a lot of the like there's a lot of interesting like characters and there's a lot of interesting like forms of characters that I know from like comics and I know from like some of like the Sony movies, right? Or I
Like
know from like
Dinosaur Fantastic Four, yes.
yeah, or like from the What If series, right? And I'm just like it'd be really cool if we could get
Like,
some of
what
these
if the
like
Fantastic Four were dinosaurs?
yes, of course. But I'm thinking to myself, what if we got some of these really cool ideas and some of these really cool like
Wait, wait,
characters.
shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up. What if the Marvel Universe was zombies and also dinosaurs?
Zombie dinosaurs. That could be the next move,
That's
right?
Marvel. I'll let you have the idea. I want. How much do you think that movie would make, Danny? How much do you think that movie would make?
I think it would make $10 at the very least.
I think it would make more than that.
I don't know. You're kind of pushing it.
Dinosaur zombies,
I
and
think
they're
what you
Marvel.
do is you take 10% of the one sale that it's gonna get, which is $10, and you ask for $1.
No, no, I think I think you're underselling it because you're working with them. I think you're working with them to try and convince me to sell it on the cheapo.
How
And
would I be
fat,
working with them?
fat, fat fucking chance you're getting my dinosaur zombie Marvel idea. But
Why would I be working with them? Why would you say such a thing?
because you hate me and you want to see me fail, because you're jealous.
No, incorrect.
You're very jealous. You're very jealous.
Um,
Survey
yeah.
says, well, all right, but think about it though. Maybe it wouldn't make that much money because, so Thunderbolts, you know, obviously, that was the last Marvel movie that came out prior to this one. You know, it was back in what was that, April?
Mhm.
Um, you know, hasn't been doing super amazing in the box office. Not that it's like doing badly. I feel like obviously we need to fucking. I think we need to say obviously, hey, it's not that like it's not doing that bad. It's pretty. It's doing okay. Um, and this movie also kind of doing okay. Kind of like we were saying last episode, it's kind of a good idea to place this really at the end of the summer because there was like after that we're gonna have a huge drought in terms of like new movies.
What are you talking about? We get now you see me and now you don't.
You couldn't even say that with a straight face. You couldn't even
Well,
say that with a
it's because
straight
I
face.
forgot the name, but I remembered halfway through.
Sure you did, buddy. The new Avengers.
Also, we get a whole bunch of movies that I know you're gonna be really super excited for.
Shut up. Um. So yeah, Thunderbolts at the box office only made a little bit more than twice the budget, and that's not super great considering they did a lot of marketing and they played their hand early of like these are the new Avengers. You know, they dropped that pretty early on. I mean, obviously they kind of had to because like once you leave the thing, people are gonna spoil it. But like even then, they played that card and still it was like oh shit, we haven't really that it made less than like $400 million, right? That's crazy for a Marvel movie, for a very good Marvel movie.
I think that the problem with Marvel is that there is a lot going on in Marvel. It takes a little bit too long than most
It's
people.
not. There's not a lot going on anymore.
No, I
The
mean like
shows have all stopped.
I'm talking about like a lot of like lore if you want to get into it, right? So it's a little bit harder for new people to get into Marvel.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But I feel like through cultural osmosis, people have like gotten it, right? It's kind of like how well, I was gonna say it's kind of like how you know Star Wars, but you've seen the Family Guy parodies. So that's kind of a bad example.
I have, yeah. Those I man, I don't you just love the don't you just love that one couch scene? You really wanted the couch.
Yep.
That's my favorite part of Star Wars. Is with the couch scene. You know the couch scene, guys.
But yeah, so this one has made 200 plus milli, or the budget was 200 plus milli, so more than Thunderbolts. And so far, it's made like it's on track to make more, but like, man, that's not a lot. Like, it has to make Thunderbolts made 382 and a half. This has made 378.3 so far, and it's got a really good reception, like critically. 86% Rotten Tomatoes. Cinema Score gave it an A minus. Metacritic gave it generally favorable. 65 out of 100. But like, it's a good movie. But
I I do think that a couple of the Marvel movies recently have been a lot better, and it gives me hope that maybe we're gonna have like a resurgence. I think that um I guess we'll just have to see. They're doing some interesting storylines, so we'll see how well it turns out. I know that what is it, Avengers Doomsday is the one that they're kind of building up towards right now, and I think that one comes out like next year, I would assume. Hopefully not the year after next year, because that's, I think, a little too long. But
Hmm.
I guess we'll see. It's I just hope that all of this like build up for the next Avengers movie is gonna pay off, because I feel like the Avengers movie is when they really have like a good chance to tie it all together and make us kind of care about watching all the other movies, you know?
That's true. And they've had a lot of time to prep for this. They have. They've had, you know, the Jonathan Majors incident. What was that? Fucking again. Was that Creed 3 kind of came out during the thick of it. Um yeah, Creed 3 was 2023. Um like early 2023. So they've had over 2 years, almost 2.5 years to really like okay, fucking let's figure this out. Um Quantumania came out and it was shitty and it was uh people didn't like it, and now also we have to figure out the Jonathan Major situation. And so now he's out, and they got kind of a lot of pushback on bringing back Robert Downey Jr. And so I think they're gonna figure out, is he gonna be a good Doctor Doom? I think so. Robert Downey Jr. is a really good actor, but is
What are you talking about? His performance in this movie was amazing, you know? Like top
apparently that was him in the post credit scene. Apparently that was him.
they really didn't have to get him for that. That's crazy that they got him for that.
I admire. I mean, they definitely didn't have to pay that much fucking. I'm sure he asked for a lot of money for that, and
I I feel like it probably was more than they should have paid for, but I hope it's not like a ton of money.
I bet it was a lot of money. I would say probably at least like $100,000, because Robert Downey Jr. asks for a lot of money.
And they get to put his name in the credits now. So,
And they can put
hey.
his name in the credit. I mean, win-win. But like, they did kind of sucker people in because you were like, hey, but hey, buddy, he's gonna be in it. Come on, Doctor Doom.
I will
And like,
say
he barely was.
I did like the villains that we got. I was a little disappointed at like Silver Surfer's like I guess origin story and whole like presence in the film. I kind of was hoping that they would be a little bit more important.
Yeah, and
uh
Galactus is gone, and I don't like that.
I like how they dealt with Galactus. It gives them like opportunity to use him again. I feel like it was a really good
Eh,
introduction to Galactus, and I feel like they could use him maybe a little bit better in another movie now that he's like already established. But we'll have to see. He looks
yeah,
really cool though. I like how they made him look.
yeah. How do you like Mole Man? And he was in this one, and he was in Naked Gun. Um, how do you
You
like
know,
that?
I don't know who Mole Man is in like the Marvel
He
universe.
was in the first issue of Fantastic Four. He was in the first one
I
in 1961.
It's crazy. I did not. I still I did not know who Mole Man was. So whenever they were like, "It's a Mole Man," I was like, "Am I supposed to know who Mole Man is?"
Yeah. Also, Red Ghost was supposed to be in this, John Malkovich, but sadly he was not in it. So, as other people have pointed out, this is the second time that John Malkovich was supposed to be in the MCU, and then he wasn't, because he was supposed to be the vulture, not the falcon. That's another bird. That's a different bird. Um, but he was supposed to be the vulture, but then they gave it to Michael Keaton instead. So that was interesting. Um, but yeah, no, he's here. He's queer. Um,
Yeah, it's a Mole Man. You know
so we
who the
saw
Mole
the
Man?
Super Apes, but we didn't get to see Red Ghost, which is kind of sad because Red Ghost is
y-
kind of cool.
I don't know who, like I said, the Mole Man is, but you know who it reminded me of.
Whom?
It reminded me of the Underminer
That's
because they're
because The
pretty much the
Incredibles is a
exact
giant.
same.
That's because
They're
The
all it's
Incredibles
pretty
is
much
a
the
giant
exact
ripoff of
same.
Fantastic Four.
And let me tell you, it's way more memorable because there was a big movie. because I did not read the first issue of Fantastic Four, but I did watch Incredibles 1, and he was also in Incredibles 2, like very briefly.
Well, this is actually the highest grossing Fantastic Four movie so far. So at 378.3 million, obviously in 2025 dollars, I don't think they've adjusted for inflation. Um uh it has made more than every other Fantastic Four, which is interesting. The one in 2005 made 333 million, but obviously it was 2005 money. Yes, they haven't adjusted it for inflation at all. Okay, cool. Um, three. All right,
So
all
yeah,
right.
well,
How much was 333 million 20 years ago? Uh, 20 years ago.
couldn't you just like look up an inflation calculator and just type it in?
Uh, I'm trying to. It's being stupid. Start your
Well,
end
like
here. It is. It was about. It's going backwards. It's not doing what I'm like telling it to do. I'm telling it to tell me. Uh, yeah. Show me how much it was. It is. Uh, it's saying fucking. Oh, I didn't. It's not. It's not doing it right. It's showing me 33 million, not 333 million. So
okay.
with
Well,
keep talking. I'll calculate it right now.
yeah, so I like the movie a lot. I feel like there was parts of it where I personally would like I guess more scenes or more screen time just to kind of like I guess give myself a little bit more context. Like I wanted to see a
It
little
was
bit more.
almost doubled. So
I wanted to see Silver Surfer more. I wanted to see Galactus more. I think that will have a chance to maybe see them both in the future. They kind of had like a not
yeah.
very clear ending to them.
So the original Fantastic Four from 2005 would have made 623,767,000 in today money, but back then it made 333 million. So it's basically made double of what the new one has made thus far. But also remember, it's still in theaters, and I don't know when they're gonna put it on Disney Plus. Hopefully not for a while, because I like when these movies are good and make money. But it seems like those two things are mutually exclusive now. Because how much did let's see, how much did whatchamacallit make? Um uh uh Captain Bitch and the Han Solo. You know, how much did that make? Probably about $20. You know what I mean? Ba, 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 ba. Brave New World made 415 fucking million dollars. Does that piss you off, Danny?
Uh, like I liked parts of Brave New World. I will say that Captain America movies have never been like my favorite. There are really good ones though.
Winter
Oh.
Soldier, Civil War. I think Civil War is better than Winter Soldier. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think Civil War is just such a solid movie.
I think Winter Soldier is overhyped. I'm gonna say it. People are gonna give me shit for it. I
And
don't care.
I think it's just not the same without Chris Evans, you know. I don't know if Anthony Mackie can, it's I don't know if he can replace him like that, you know.
I don't think he's lead actor material. I don't.
Well, I think he can be. I just don't see him as Captain America as the only thing. He's like a different type of Captain America, which is
Yeah,
it's
I don't think. I think Sam Wilson, the character, is sort of written not in a way to make him Captain America in the sense that he's like this morally virtuous paragon teetotal, um, stands for truth, justice, and the American way. I think Sam Wilson is a little too flawed for that. I think he's got a lot of like character flaws, and he like loses patience a lot, and he's like, he's not as perfect as Steve is, and obviously that's kind of the point. Nobody is perfect like Steve is, but you know, I've also never thought Captain America was like the strongest character either, to be honest.
I think
Um,
that I just liked Captain America because he was always like very true to like his mission. It was very very like country first, and then he had like this really nice like kind of
he had an arc. He had an
he
arc.
had he had
I
a really
don't
nice
feel like
arc.
Sam
Yeah.
Wilson had an arc in this one. I don't feel like Sam Wilson had an arc um in fuck, what's it called?
Brave New World.
Yeah, in Brave New World. I don't feel like he had much of an arc. I feel like he was kind of the same beginning to end, and that's
Yeah, he hasn't really had a ton of character development, which I do think that you need to have like character development moments for me to care a little bit.
yeah.
Uh,
And I don't feel like I feel like he's kind of a stagnant character, but Captain America did get some he kind of did get an arc where um in in Captain America the First Avenger he has his arc about becoming confident, learning how to use his powers, all that shit and all that nonsense, fuck you, eat my ass. um but then in Winter Soldier he's like learning, hey, sometimes the government's gonna, or sometimes institutions are gonna lie to you, right? And then in
mhm.
Civil War, it's sometimes governments are not the way. And sometimes you have to fucking stand up for shit on your own. And it's kind of a continuation of his Winter Soldier arc, you
Well, I
know?
feel like all three movies go real well together because it shows like the progression of his like mistrust of like government officials and how like there's a lot of corruption. They aren't always like in the best interest of everybody, right?
Yeah, and it shows that he was kind of naive in the original movie, right? But like he does in certain ways, his values are the same and his like core traits are the same, but he also like doesn't, you know, like he changes his views, or like he changes his like feelings about people, but not his like morality. And I think that that's interesting, and I think that that's cool. But I don't feel like Sam changes much at all, really, in Captain America: Brave New World. But we're getting off track. Do you have anything else you want to say about that before we move on to whatchamacallit?
About well, what are we moving on to?
We're going back to the movie.
Oh, well, we still have like half the podcast. You want to just keep talking about that, or y'all have more things to talk about?
I still think there's more that we need to cover in the movie, but let's cut to commercial. Love you guys. We'll be right back. This podcast is sponsored by Amanda Redwine, your no nonsense talk therapist and parent coach. Serving individuals and couples in both Illinois and Florida for counseling/therapy, as well as worldwide for parent coaching. Amanda's specialty is working with teens and young adults, as well as their family systems. Amanda has extensive experience working with youth who identify on the LGBTQIA+ spectrum. She has also done couples work based on a foundation of the Gottman method. She brings a light, no nonsense approach to treatment that is approachable and empathetic. She is unflappable and makes her clients comfortable from the very beginning. Find out more at www.amandaredwine.com. That's AMANDAREDWINE.com. Thank you again for sponsoring this episode, and back to the show. All right. Um uh how did you feel about Johnny wanting to fuck Metal Bitch?
I was like, you know what? I thought it was at first whenever it was like a humor thing, I was like, oh, It's funny how he like presented that to the team. You know, his whole thing where it started real serious. He's like, oh man, we me and her had a conversation. He's like, I look beautiful face, and they instantly just were like,
Clown on him. Yeah,
yeah, they instantly, especially because of Ben like repeating after him. He's like, and she was kind, right? Then he
yeah.
starts speaking in third person. All that it was actually very funny. I like that a lot. Um, I feel like they had like a moment there. I was like, besides the whole fact that she's like completely silver, I don't. I was like,
And
could
she's
be.
already married.
Yeah, I guess, but like we don't get enough context for me to know or comment about that.
Who does he end up with in the comics?
I also like the little mini uh romance arc that Ben has.
He knocks up. So Alicia Masters is Ben's broad, usually the blind one from the 2005 and 2007 one. Um, Johnny bangs a chick who he thinks is her, but she's actually a Skrull, and also she has his child. Um, Also, I think he fucking dies a lot. Um, because then Spider-Man becomes the fourth member of the Fantastic Four, and it's like the Future Foundation suit, and it's like black and white, and it's in a lot of video games, and it's really cool. Also, he became the Herald of Galactus for a while, and he got Sue's powers. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Anywho, yeah, I thought that part was pretty good. I liked his little arc about like figuring out what she was saying. It still calls into question what the fuck is his college degree in? Like, what is this man studying? Why would they bring a linguist and a fucking um whatever the fuck Sue is? Um, yeah, I don't know. How who was your favorite Fantastic Four in this movie?
Um, I guess Johnny. I feel like Johnny had a lot of good moments. Uh, Plus
Mm-hmm.
I'm always a bigger fan of like the quote unquote comic relief characters, and I feel like he had a couple decent like comic relief moments. Him and Ben both, I feel like they kind of bounced off each other a little bit, especially that one scene where they were both like in the room being like, I'm not gonna check on them. I'm not gonna check on
Yeah, they they
them.
they had some really good.
The chemistry between all four of them was really good, but especially that those two like as like the single like kind of more chill ones, I guess.
Yeah, they had some pretty good chemistry. I thought Ben was actually not super fantastic in this. Ha ha, get it, get it, get it.
You didn't? I liked Ben a lot. I feel like the whenever he had like lines and scenes and stuff, I really liked his stuff a lot.
As much as Evan Moss Backrack is a good actor, as much as he does get some good points in this, and as much as I shit on the 2005 and 2007 movies, they did Ben better, honestly. Like the moment where in the 2005 one, when his fiance is like scared of him, and then like she shows up later and like people finally like him, but she drops the ring and he can't pick it up. That's fucking really, really
Oh,
good.
like, well, the thing is, like, this movie is supposed to be like far enough into the like, what is it, like the future of them having powers, to where like that sort of stuff. I guess that's more of like an origin story type of thing, though.
Yeah, but like his thing with Natasha Lyonne's character doesn't really go anywhere.
I feel like it doesn't really have to, though. It's kind of it kind of.
But I want it to pay off. I want him to have an arc that pays off.
I feel like maybe like in a future what's it called, in a future movie the Fantastic Four is in, maybe we'd have a payoff to that. But I feel like as it is right now, it wasn't really the focus, and I feel like they weren't able, like they wouldn't have been able to do as much with it as they did, uh, like do too much more with it, right? So I'm like, for what they had, I think it was a good little arc.
But like we're after this, I'm not sure they're gonna stay on as the characters. Like I know the Fantastic Four is getting sequel, but I'm pretty sure after not Avengers Doomsday, uh after Secret Wars, the whole universe is gonna be reset. So it's like it's not gonna matter, right? Because we're getting, you know, James Marsden, Alan Cumming, Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart. We're getting all like the original characters um as like the ones who are like from the old movies, from the old X-Men movies, from uh you know some other shit. Chris Evans apparently is coming back in an undisclosed role in Avengers Doomsday. But like after Secret Wars in the comics, they kind of reset the whole universe. And so Avengers Secret Wars is gonna be fucking again, it's gonna be like it should be like a universe reset, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Also, I don't know what's gonna happen with uh Wonder Man. I don't know. Are you excited for Wonder Man? It's got Black Manta from the Aquaman movies.
I I can't really say I care too much about a lot of like the super small characters I've never heard of before because I've never heard of Wonder Man, so I'm like I barely care. Uh, every now and then, like if the movie is good enough, or like if the show is good enough, in the case of like some of the shows, it will make me care about the character. But I guess we'll have to see like about the movie. If the movie is good, maybe I'll be a Wonder Man fan.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but I'm pretty sure Wonder Man is he's supposed to be pretty tough. Um, he should be like pretty powerful. Um, almost on the same level as Sentry. You know,
Oh
pretty
yeah,
pretty
I
close to
would love to see
invulnerable.
more Sentry. Sentry is like
Yeah,
something I want to like just the way they kind of like showed him off in Thunderbolts made me really excited for whenever they what they do with him.
who do you think is gonna be more powerful, Wonder Man or Sentry?
Well, considering that I don't really know Wonder Man's powers too much, and Sentry is what's it called? Uh, I guess like unable to to fully control his powers. I'm leaning a little bit more towards like Wonder Man, but I guess we'll see. I don't know.
Well, his powers and abilities are, you know, superhuman strength, speed, agility, stamina, and reflexes. Ionic energy physiology. I don't know what the fuck that means. Enhanced vision and hearing, electromagnetic manipulation, ionic energy manipulation, energy enhanced strike, virtual invulnerability, self sustenance, power recycling, size alteration, healing factor, shape shifting, teleportation, immortality, and of course, flight.
Of
So,
course.
like, he's got to be, like, roughly as powerful as Sentry. Like, maybe not as powerful as the Void, but they beat the Void. They beat the Void by being nice to him. So I think Wonder Man could beat the Void. Um, but yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm cautious about that. I think they're making a big mistake again, introducing this new character out of thin air, basically, and like just having him be this fucking uh this character that's like coming out of basically left field, um, and like being introduced in a TV show. Like that's not a great plan because they introduced Miss Marvel in a TV show. So and the Pulsar, right? Because like all the last time we saw Pulsar in a movie is she was a little girl, and so in the Marvels it was as my one of my favorite YouTubers put Killian Experience in his MCU video. Definitely go watch it; it's really good. But Killian said a character nobody knows, a character nobody remembers, and a character nobody likes. So not a great plan. Wonder Man, if he shows up in the Avengers, you're gonna have to watch the TV show. So they're making a big mistake because they're just doing it again and doing new superheroes in a TV show, and I don't think that that's the brightest idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Uh, I feel like the TV shows. I did like Moon Knight a lot, and I did like Miss Marvel a lot too. I just feel like because they were in a show and not everybody watches the shows, it makes people care less about the movies that they're in, which is a bit tough, right?
Yeah, Loki. I'm surprised you didn't bring up Loki as being the best one because
I
Loki is the
still
best
need
one.
to watch season 2 of Loki. I still haven't.
Jesus Christ!
I completely forgot about it until just this second. Whenever you
It's
mentioned that,
so good. It's so good. It's the best piece of Marvel, maybe the best piece of Marvel anything.
I feel like
It's
I,
really good.
whenever I kind of like, I guess started falling behind, I just have not been keeping up. I need to, but I've not been.
It's so good. I binged it all in like one afternoon. It was really good. It was really fucking good, dude. It was fucking fantastic. And I feel very, very, very strongly about how fucking good that was. It was amazing. Um, I think season 2 is better than season 1, but I think it's mostly just because of the ending and like the last few episodes are really good. So like everything leading up to it was eh. I would say Loki season 1 has a better all round, but because Loki season two's ending is so good, I think it carries it. But Loki is the best Marvel television, and I'm glad it's like the only show that we got a season 2 of because holy shit, it deserved it. Um, yeah, it was really good. WandaVision was okay. I liked the idea of White Vision. I would like to see White Vision come back. Um, uh, WandaVision was okay. After that was Loki season 1. Loki season 1 was really good. Um, what was after that? Was I know there was something in between then and Moon Knight, but I don't remember what.
There was Secret Invasion or whatever.
That
If I
was
don't
not
know
in
when that
between.
happened.
That was not between then and season 1. But Secret Invasion is fucking terrible.
Yeah, I
Um,
never watched that one, so
I
I'm
watched most of
I'll
it
have
with
to believe you.
Maxwell. Yeah, I watched most of it with Maxwell, and then like after it came out, we would do the episode, and it was oh man, it was ass. It was turbo shitty, really boring, poopy, stinky, doo doo, dog water. Um, but yeah, I think Wonder Man is going to be. I mean, I'm hopeful about it. I'm hopeful about it. I don't want any of these shows to fail because I still have a couple Disney stocks, but um, it just sucks seeing the good movies fail and the bad movie made more money than the good movie on I think the same budget because I think Thunderbolts and Brave New World were both $180 million, and man, that's just the difference in quality between those movies is high. Brave New World is very boring, and oh man, that's just man. it's just sad. It's just sad, and I would like more good movies and less bad movies. Is that a hot take?
Yeah, how dare you want good movies?
I like good movies.
How dare you even suggest such a thing?
You know, I haven't really been wowed by a movie in the 2020s since Everything Everywhere All at Once. Um, I think that one was probably the best movie of the decade so far, and I think it probably will be the best movie of the decade by the end. It was really good. Um, I know it's kind of a cliche normie choice, but it's really good. Um, and so I don't know. I hope someone can top it someday, but I recognize that movies that good only come out once in a fucking at least half a decade, right? Like I don't suspect we'll get anything that good until the 2026, 2027, 2028 uh sort of Oscar run, right? And yeah, and it kills me that that movie didn't do better. Um cuz it was just fantastic. Uh
Fantastic, fantastic.
haha, yes. Say that again.
Oh,
I wish they had referenced that. I wish they had referenced that. That
all
would
right,
have
guys. Episode over. We did the thing.
we made
Y'all
it.
can all go. Y'all can all go home now.
Wait, don't. We need the money. We need the ad revenue. Don't leave. Don't leave. We need the ad revenue. Fuck.
They're already gone. They're already gone.
No! Why would you tell them to leave, you idiot? We need the money. We need the money, you fuck. Oh my god, we're gonna die. Oh my god. Alright, well, that's, I guess we're all gonna die. Sucks to suck, I guess. Oh, darn.
Have we ever considered not dying? Have we
Well,
ever
we would
considered
have, but then you said,
getting,
fuck it. Oh, you
have
can
we
all
ever
go home
considered
now.
just getting good?
I hate you. Have you ever considered that you suck ass and penis?
No,
Um,
I never considered such a thing. How dare you? How dare you even suggest such a thing?
I'm sorry. It's called being a genius. Like Reed Richards, the smartest man in the world. Also, to quote the director, he said that Sue Storm is the most emotionally intelligent person in the world. Um, I don't, I don't know what that means. Um, like, okay, sure, I guess. Um, I, cool, I guess. I still don't know why you'd bring that person on an astronaut mission. Because again,
No, it's really important.
oh fucking apparently, apparently
No, no, no,
so.
no, no. But hear me out. But hear me out. Lore reasons. Did you ever think of that?
Fuck, you're right. And you
Did
know
you-
what? That
see,
helps me. That helps me understand the movie now. That helps me understand the movie now.
I'm I'm glad that you're starting to see it for
And
what it is.
Danny, um, those names at the end, those were the people who made the movie,
Oh my god, I was wondering.
right? Dude,
You
thank you
know,
for helping me to like bridge those two things together. I'm really happy that you helped me with that. That makes me so happy. Um,
just so glad that we're just so smart. You
we
know.
really are. We're the smartest podcast that you can listen to, right? You know that Dr. Mike podcast, the fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson probably has one. Fuck those guys. Listen to us. We're the smartest podcast in the fucking world. In the multiverse.
In the multiverse, what?
There's a multiverse version of this show where we suck our own dicks instead of talking about movies. And people probably listen to it. More people probably listen to that version.
No, that can't be right.
They definitely do. I feel like that's way more interesting. They should make more podcasts where the hosts suck their own dicks. I think that would be pretty
They should
cool.
make more.
I think they have to, really, to be honest. But yeah, I'm hoping that this movie. I would love to see it crack 500 million, but there's fucking no way that's gonna happen. Which is
But
goddamn
wait,
tragic.
wait, wait, wait. But hear me out. But what if they do?
I would be happy.
You see now, isn't that pretty cool? Now you see that feeling that you have right there. Imagine that, and just keep imagining it. You know what I mean? You see it? You hear it?
I don't want to imagine it because I'm not actually feeling it.
Do you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
That's a bad SpongeBob impression. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh no, I kind of like half committed. I was like,
No, you gotta put your full ball sack into it.
that's the
Come on,
issue. I just
come on,
didn't
come
I
on,
didn't do
come
that.
on, come on. Do it, do it,
I
do
just don't
it.
know if
Come
I
on.
got what it takes. Is the
I do a pretty good, Mr. Krabs. Hello, SpongeBob, me boy. I like money. Arg, 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 arg. You know, as long as you have the arg, 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 you've kind of got it. It's kind of like when you're doing an Arnold impression and you do that part. As long as you can do that, you're pretty good. You're pretty good. You could just do that noise, and everyone knows who you're doing. So, like, you could say "Yeehaw, partner," and people will be like, "Oh, perfect Arnold, bro."
Oh my God, is that a perfect Arnold? I haven't seen a perfect
That's
Arnold in
that's a
ages.
perfect Arnold, bro. That's a perfect Arnold. That's a
Is that the
supreme Arnold.
is that the forbidden perfect Arnold?
The often contemplated but never attempted perfect Arnold. That's the only that's shit you're only gonna get on this show, baby. That shit you're only gonna get on this show. Oh my god, that's crazy. Ryan Gosling doing a perfect Arnold impression? Where are you gonna see that anywhere else?
Wait, Ryan Gosling? Where is he at?
What do you mean? I'm right here. Why are you talking like I'm not in the room? You do that a lot, Danny. It's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. Besides, didn't you hear the news about my new Star Wars movie? Matt Smith is apparently cast to play the villain. Danny's super excited to see me in my new Star Wars movie with Doctor Whom.
Doctor Whom? The Doctor Whom?
What if like when they finally reveal his name, it's like it's not Doctor Who, it's Doctor Whom, you idiot. And like that's the end of the show.
They ended on that note.
And he's like, "Good night, everyone." And then fucking Metallica plays him out. Fuck yeah. James Hetfield, let's go.
Guys, we might have cracked Doctor Who.
BBC, hire me. Just like Marvel with the dinosaurs and the thing. Pay me. Call me. Actually, no, Disney bought Doctor Who too. So technically, hey, Disney, I'm your stockholder. You should listen to me. Give me a position. Pay me $500,000 a year, and I'll fix all your movies. Because the problem is they suck.
Fix your flag.
We're not. No, that's so old. That's so old. You don't even like internet comment etiquette.
What?
The first video before he did fix your flags was rating flags with internet comment etiquette, and it's like one of the best videos on his channel. They also did top 10 worst sports in the world, and that one was also really good. Internet comment etiquette is like Jack says, he's the YouTuber's YouTuber. I will say, as a YouTuber myself.
Well,
How much money have you made from YouTube, Danny? How much money have
you
you made from
know,
YouTube?
like what are the guidelines whenever you say you are a YouTuber?
How much money have you made from
Is
YouTube,
it
Danny?
somebody who like has uploaded a YouTube video? Because I've uploaded a YouTube video.
No, it's
Does
someone.
that make me a YouTuber?
No, it's a lifestyle, Danny. You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. You just can't handle it. You just can't handle the YouTube style, bro. You just can't handle it. When I get my play button and you're sitting there with an empty slot on your wall that has no play button, and
Oh
you're like,
no, not that empty slot on the wall. I
and
always look
you
at that empty
you have
slot.
like a frame that's like a printed out picture of a YouTube play button, and it's got like your channel name like hastily photoshopped onto it in Comic Sans, and you just
No,
like
how did you know about that?
and you just like
Do you have
shed a
cameras? Like,
single
how do
wistful tear, and you like brush the frame, and you're like, one day you will be mine.
Oh my god, how does he know? How does he
You
know?
talk in your sleep.
Wait, what? How do you know that?
You know we shared a room for like 2 weeks, right?
I try to forget it sometimes.
Why? Because it's the best experience of your life, and if you ever have any experience half that good again, you'll die of fucking uh, pure satisfaction and contentment because nothing can possibly compare to spending 2 weeks with me.
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that because you're dumbstruck. You're still dumbstruck from the fact that I fucking soul read you and completely destroyed you on live podcast
On
over the
live
air,
podcasts
over the airwaves to our audience of dozens.
of dozens. Our audience of a few, but not a lot, you know?
I mean, almost
Our
six
our
thousand people
our, our
downloaded
audience
it.
of one or two.
Have downloaded it. Uh, wait, ever? Yeah, all time downloads 5,903. So some some people have downloaded it. Hey, that's pretty good. What else? Big red button time. Let's do it. It's getting kind of late. Big red button time. What's your big red button, Danny?
Imagine this, guys, right? Uh, you.
Have unlimited bacon.
So bacon, unlimited.
No, he said
No,
no, no, no. He says
no,
it
no,
in another one. Yeah.
no. I know. Okay, so you click the button, right?
Yes.
And you gain the powers of one of the members of the Fantastic Four, right?
Yes.
But you don't know which one it's gonna be, and it's not the one that you want.
Okay. Again, I want all of them, and also we've been over this. The Thing totally can switch off his powers.
Okay, well, like like, wait, didn't we already do a Fantastic Four themed one? Wait, let me think of a different one.
We kind of did. Hang on. We'll be right back. Okay, I have one. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Sure.
You get to go to space, but you have to give birth while you're up there.
Huh. Interesting.
Like you're the first person to like leave. Let's say, all right. Let's say you're the first person to leave the solar system, right? But you have to give birth in outer space.
Um, no,
Are you sure?
I decline.
Honestly, because it would be the first person to give birth in outer space too. So, first person to leave the solar system, first person to give birth in outer space, and um, I mean it's mostly just those. Oh, first person to travel faster than light. Yeah, like that's three things right there. Um,
Um, I suppose, but like I'm not fully convinced.
um, Space baby. It can bring you back from the dead.
Space baby can bring me back from the dead.
Yeah,
I use
that's
it.
a
I use it as an extra life.
yeah, that's about as much as I can give right there.
You know what? I didn't think about that. You know, I can use space baby as an extra life, a one up, if you will.
Mhm.
That's such a silly idea.
Mhm.
I have to give birth, but I get an extra life. Hmm.
Mhm.
I still don't think I really care about being in space is the main issue. I feel like that is all kind of a downside, except for the extra life part, which it's an interesting part to think about, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's really important, Space baby, bring you back to life.
It's an inch. Okay, let me think about this. So space baby, brings you back to life, right?
First person to travel faster than light, first person to give birth in space, first person to leave the solar system. That's a lot of good things right there. And the only downside is you have to give birth.
So I have to give birth.
Yeah.
Space baby.
Bring you back to life.
Give birth, space baby. Give birth, space baby. Space baby, give birth.
No.
Hmm.
Space baby does not give birth. You give birth. God,
Wait a minute.
idiot.
Now you're confusing me.
God, idiot. No wonder they won't take you to space.
Is that why they haven't taken me to space yet?
Yeah, idiot. God, you're so dumb.
God dang. I've been wondering what's been going on. I just want to go to space with all the space babies. All the space babies that are in space.
But there aren't any space babies. That's the point. You're the first one. Or you're
Oh
giving birth to
wait.
the first one.
Wait, so I'm the first space baby? Is that what you're
You give
saying?
birth to yourself.
Whoa, it's like existential.
It's
I
like
still I feel like
It's like the sequel to Inception, Conception. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's all starting to make sense in some like backwards way. That kind of that it's
Hmm.
hmm. What to do? Do I space baby or do I space baby? Now that is the space baby.
You would say that, wouldn't you? I mean,
Hmm.
if Sue and Johnny get to go, if Johnny got to go at age 16, you're at least more qualified than him. Because you've taken a few engineering classes at like your community college and shit.
Do I get Fantastic Four powers?
No.
No, I just get a space baby. I'm forgetting. I'm
Yes.
trying to add. See, the thing is, I don't really know if I want space baby. You're making it such so tough out here.
Space baby, bring you back to life.
Bring me back to life. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting that
And
part.
wait. And once it does that, you are always allowed to sing Evanescence Bring Me to Life. No matter what the situation is.
Oh, okay. It gets it gives me like a one up. To
Wake me up inside. I can't wake up. Wake me up. See, that could
like
be you.
I
That could be you.
imagine I imagine it's like I don't know exactly where. Oh no, it's like that one scene in like Lilo and Stitch, right, where he like has like the record player and he just opens his mouth and it's like that. Is that how it works? Like I just open my mouth and then
Yeah.
like Evanescence is just starts playing.
Yeah, that's your Fantastic Four power. Is after your space baby brings you back to life, you can do that.
Oh, I have to. I only after I have to use the one up.
Yes.
You know what? You sold me. I think I have to go for it now.
It's a good fucking deal, man. It's a raw deal. I don't know what to
I
tell
just I
you.
just open up my mouth. Bring me back.
Bring me to life. I'm so dumb.
Oh my
I'm
god.
so
Did
dumb,
we
dude.
did we just guys, did we just make the song of the summer?
Shut up. Shut up. I hate you. Why are you like this? Stop. Stop. Dude, stop. Stop. Stop, bro. Dude, stop. Dude, stop. All right, I got nothing. Let's end this fucking thing. Let's go. I'm tired. I gotta pack up. This is my last recording from Florida for the summer. Next week, I'll be back in Illinois, and I'll be ready to go and doing Illinois stuff. So, yay, woohoo! Um, yeah. So I gotta
Yeah.
pack up tomorrow, and I'll tell you how the drive back goes next week. But for now, thank you to all of you guys for listening. Um, we thank you a lot better if you were patrons. So head on over to
Yeah,
our Patreon.
just a subtle one right there.
Yeah, hey,
Like,
gotta pay the bills. Yeah, we thank you a lot better, a lot more personable. If you joined our $3 tier, or even better if you joined our $5 tier. If you join our $3 tier, you get to listen to the first part. So what was it, 33 minutes and 36 seconds? Not bad, not bad. But if you join our $5 tier, you get to listen to the whole episode early and ad free. So you get to listen to it Thursday and in the middle of the night instead of Tuesday morning. That's crazy. That's so many days. That's like more than one day, possibly even 2 days, possibly, dare I say, 3 days. Hell, maybe even 4.
whoa, 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 whoa. Calm
What
down.
it? What if I said 5? That's crazy. 5 days early, you could be listening to this show, and that's crazy. So definitely head on over there to join. If you join the $5 tier, you also get a big merch discount, and you get to listen to all of our movie commentaries. Danny still hasn't claimed one. I don't know what he's waiting on. He has 10 that he can pick in a row, and he still hasn't used one. If I had that power, I would abuse it. I would abuse it.
All right, we're gonna watch the #1 movie on Netflix.
See, he could do this, but he's not going to, so I feel so safe.
No, no, we. Well, the thing is, like, I'm trying to think of when I would watch a movie. I got a lot of plans these next couple of days, but I'll find time. We'll watch #1 movie on Netflix.
I hopefully it won't be the #1 movie anymore. So
The thing is, it actually fell off of #1, and then it just recently got back to #1. So
I think I might be
every
safe.
time it goes down, it goes back up.
By the
So
time Danny ever has time to use it, it won't be the #1 movie anymore. So I feel pretty
it's
safe.
been #1 for like 2 months. All right, let's see how long it stays at #1.
We'll see, but I feel good about it. So all right, that'll be and you can watch that debacle for $5 monthly. There's even a week-long free trial if you wanna test it out. You know, but anywho, thank you again. Um, we would also like to implore you to go check us out on social media. We are on Instagram, Threads, Twitter, YouTube, and Blue Sky at IIHS Podcast, all one word. Definitely go check that out. We do general updates. You can give us some topic suggestions, some Q&A questions you want to ask. Basically, if you want to tweet at us and call us idiots, tweet at us, Instagram at us, Threads at us, Blue Sky at us, YouTube at us. I don't care. We're on all of those. So definitely go check us out. But other than that, I've got nothing. Do you got anything else you wanna get off your dick before we leave?
Like, subscribe, comment, OnlyFans,
Not
etc.
on
etc.
OnlyFans. We're not on OnlyFans. Danny, you know what? I'm not gonna stop you. You can open an OnlyFans if you want. Pay me $10 and I'll even do a whole shout out for you in my next big video. I'll do it. Pay me $10 and I'll do it.
I don't know about that, but
Your loss. Your loss. Anywho, my name is Kayla. I've been incredibly influential.
And my name is Danny. I've been highly successful.
Talk to you guys next week. See ya.